Week 8. 8. Our last week of this series. And so good to be with you guys and do life groups and do life with everybody. Today or last Sunday, whenever you're watching this, Brent Silke ended our series off and shared about their own process and what they're doing with discipleship. And I love hearing from Brent and what's going on, and I love that we can do ministry with them. Today, as we end this, we all have stories of discipleship. We all have stories of that we all need to go and make. Like I've said every week, it's not just about being discipled, it's about discipling others, to make disciples. But I think part of that journey is that we also need to remember what it took to get to this moment. Who poured into you? Who influenced you? Who shaped you? Who discipled you? Who did you go to? In my own life, I look back and the individuals in my own life who I was able to ask the tough questions of. I was able to reflect with. They kind of opened me up a little bit more. They challenged me. They opened up the word to me in a different way. They talked to me differently. They spent time. But whatever it took, all of us have stories of influence. And tonight, I'm just going to share a couple small things in a verse. But I'm going to tell you guys at the very end of this that I want to close this series by everybody just kind of share who has kind of been that for you. Maybe one or two people. I want everybody to kind of share about who has discipled you, or maybe it's just a certain season, and maybe you have different people at different stages of life. But discipleship is not just something that we talk about. Discipleship is something that we do. It is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle to be part of people's lives, to engage, to pray for people, to invite people to a table, to spend time, to work through stuff together. We need to move, hear me out, from a spectator to a trainer, from a person who wants to see other people grow. Like I said a few weeks ago, to help see fruit grow on another person's tree. And so we are called to go and to make. We are called to spread out. And so the verse, Matthew 9:35-38. I'm just going to read this to you. You're going to read this as a group too. Jesus went through all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom and healing every disease and sickness. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they're harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into the field." I love that because he says, ask the Lord of the harvest. We need more people. It's not just it can be about missions and ministry, but a lot of it's about your workplace, your neighborhood, who you talk with, that the laborers are few. I don't want that to be considered of us, that the laborers are few. God, help me to be a person who, like you, I love this, it says, Jesus had compassion on them, on the lost sheep. I pray that when we look at people, just like Jesus, we have compassion on them. Let's go and make disciples together. Read this verse together, these verses, and just share about your discipleship journey. Go ahead.